Alright guys, this is Oliver and we just came out of the movie theaters. We just watched Aquaman 2. It's a sequel to the first movie. I loved the first movie. It's one of the best DC movies. I love that movie so much. And we just came out watching this movie, and I think it's really good. It's not nearly as good as the first movie, but it's still a lot of fun. And I think the action scenes in this movie were amazing. Some action sequences were better than others, don't get me wrong, but some action scenes in this movie were actually amazing. They were all very enjoyable and fun to watch. And experiencing this movie on the big screen was a great theater experience. And I think the cinematography in this movie was great. Visually, this movie looks amazing. And a big surprise in this movie was that the CGI actually looks better than expected. The Flash movie had a really bad CGI, but I think the CGI in this movie was way better. I think The Flash is a better movie, but I think the CGI in this movie looks way better. There are some scenes where the CGI doesn't really look the best, but for most of the movie, I think the CGI looked amazing. I really like Jason Momoa's Aquaman. He was great in this movie and he was really funny. Patrick Wilson was amazing as Orm. I loved him in this movie so much. I preferred him in this movie because we got a lot more character development from him. And I think the chemistry between Aquaman and Orm was amazing. It's a great message, I think, to that as much as we argue with our siblings, we're still family. It's a great message. And one of the biggest surprises about this movie was that I really liked Amber Heard in this movie. She was in this movie a lot more than I thought she was going to be, and I thought she was amazing in the movie. And I'm not really the biggest fan of Amber Heard in real life and stuff like that, but I think she was very good in the movie. It's not a perfect movie by any means. I have some complaints with this movie. Like, for example, I think that at times this movie was very rushed. I think in this movie they went to some very cool and beautiful places. The world building in this movie was great, but they didn't stay there for very long, so I wish we got more of that. There was like a pattern in this movie that they went to a place and then immediately to the next place, and then they went to a cool place and then they immediately to the next place, and that pattern just continued and continued in the movie. So at times I think this movie was very rushed. One of my most anticipated things with this movie was Black Manta. I loved him in the first movie, and I think he was wasted in this movie. He had some cool moments. I think the action scenes with him were amazing, but I think that the whole plot line with him getting the black trident and stuff like that, I think that ruined his character for me a little bit. And he wasn't really in this movie that very much. Overall, I think the Aquaman 2 was a fun time at the movies. It wasn't nearly as good as the first one, but I still think it was a lot of fun, and it has some amazing action scenes. If you liked the first movie, then I think you're going to like this one as well. And we actually counted, and I watched 42 movies this year at the movie theaters, and this Aquaman 2 was the 42nd movie that I watched this year, so I've seen a lot of movies this year at the movie theaters. Anyways guys, that's it for my movie review of Aquaman 2, and stay tuned for my top 5 best movies of 2023 video. It's coming out very soon on my YouTube channel. The last video I will be making in 2023 before the year ends. And you may remember in my trailer reaction for Aquaman 2, I said this: DC's next flop, Aquaman 2, and turns out I was right. The movie did flop at the box office. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and see you guys next time. Bye.